What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. VP Tactical here. I've been down and out and sick for the beginning of the new year, so I don't know if you guys were in the same boat as me. Not much fun, but I am back at it now and starting to boot my videos back up and get things rolling. I've got a lot of fun stuff coming. And recently, I had come across a situation where I needed to swap out some muzzle devices on my AR-15s. And I didn't want to use any sort of archaic method, so my thought was to use an action rod. And so I started searching around and wanted to find something quick, and I ended up finding this online for under 100 beans. This one's actually by Wheeler. This is Wheeler's action rod. And this one is pretty sweet, packed with some nice features. It's made out of aluminum. It actually has a gas rod guide. And I'll post a picture or clip here of what that looks like in just a second. But what makes this one unique that I like is just like the locking lug or the locking head or the bolt, really, on the AR-15, this one actually has a locking mechanism. So you put this into that chamber, and you can see now those teeth moved on the very end there. I'll do that again. This is unlocked. This is locked, and then unlocked. I'll show it to you here inside of an actual AR-15 upper. All right, so here I've got an AR-15 upper, and I'm actually going to pull this out because I don't need it for this demonstration. But basically, in lieu of where the bolt goes, we'll go ahead and take that out, along with the charging handle. The action rod goes in there, and you want to make sure you start with it unlocked. And then it just slides right in, and you'll see it just indexes with those teeth right in there. And then now it's pushed all the way in, and then just like your AR would lock up, this locks up inside of there. So now this can't be pulled out, and this is locked up. And essentially what you do is just clamp this in a vise, and then now you're free to work on your hand guards, your muzzle device, whatever it else is that you're trying to work on. And this is going to take the stress off of the index pin or anything else that might be sensitive, really even the receiver, right? These are often made of aluminum. We don't want to twist those, trying to clamp that. I know they do make clamshell style ones for this, but then you also have to remove your optic, and I didn't want to have to do that and re-zero my optic just to swap a muzzle device. So that's one of the major benefits of using something like this. And then to take it out, it's just as easy. You unlock it, put a little pressure on it, take it out, put your bolt and everything back in, and you're done. So any rate, for the price point, I was really, really excited how well this thing worked. And so far, I was able to use it on two different rifles. Now, it is made of aluminum, so some would argue that, well, it's not as durable as, like the Midwest Industries or some of the others out there that are all steel, right? Which, I mean, comparing the two materials, steel definitely is a lot more solid and sturdier than aluminum is. But that being said, depending on how much you're really using it, again, I just needed it to swap a couple muzzle devices. It might be a couple times a year at best. Some people who are doing, let's say, gunsmithing work, well, then it might make more sense to spring and spend whatever, a couple hundreds it might take, or to get one of those other models that's made of steel, different name brand. So, at any rate, if you guys like this item, or if you're using one like this, let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear feedback if anybody else is using an aluminum one like this, or if you got a steel one. And like I said, I haven't seen this mechanism where it has that locking feature on any of the other manufacturers that are out there, although I didn't spend a ton of time looking. Just from what I saw briefly, it looked like most of them just look like this, and it was a fixed piece, so it just went into that locking lugs on the chamber. So, at any rate, be safe, stay vigilant. We'll catch you in the next video, and I got a lot more fun stuff coming. Happy New Year.